That gives me a 16-mile radius without having to plug in. The determining factor for electric vehicles is the current or amps that you can draw total from the batteries. And that goes for any kind of battery you have. These happen to be a gel type lead acid battery, which are pretty safe. Once you've used up your current, you have to charge up again. So part of the deal here is that we have to run efficiently so that we can make the best use of that current. The speed limit here is only 25 and I'm already doing 35, so if we get a ticket, it's your fault. I also believe that the world will eventually have electrical pickups on the road, rather like the third rail that's used on railways, so that cars don't have to lug batteries around, at least not big ones. Nikola Tesla converted a car to electric in the 1920s, I believe, and instead of using batteries, he used induction coils. So he ran it off the radio waves he was pushing out through a tower. Now the reason that his idea didn't catch on is because the infrastructure wasn't there. He couldn't drive too far away from his tower before he would run out of the ability to catch the energy. And not having the infrastructure is kind of a problem that we're seeing time and time again as electric cars take to the roads. You know, how do you charge? My top speed is below 40 miles an hour. Typically I run it around 30, and as you can see I'm having to slow up for this car ahead. Running it slightly slower gives you better efficiency. Using less energy is probably as important as just going electric, in my opinion. It's an important part of the pollution equation. If you consider that you're using, say, a tenth of the gasoline or a tenth of the energy that say an SUV would take, that's significant. You can argue about whether the electric is cleaner to produce later. If you're only using a tenth, you're on a winner. I tell people that the gas equivalent for miles per gallon is about 150, but it really depends how you drive. You know, it could be as bad as, say, 120 miles per gallon if you really put your foot on the floor all the time. When I first had the car, I thought that the noise I was getting through from the motor at the back, the kind of line noise, was something peculiar about electric cars. When I drove my Focus the other day, I found that I was hearing its gearbox. It actually has the same noise. You just can't usually hear it because the engine makes more noise than that. And the way this interior is designed, it seems to amplify any small noise that occurs. I found the doors were fairly rattly to start with, and I put some felt in the tracks to make the windows quieter. Still not perfect.